All right, I think we are live. Let me know in the chat if the audio and video looks good to everyone before I get into anything. It looks like I am live. Just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Hey, the Bren, Kevin, the Zen Ginger, all the good people already in the start of the day. All righty. We got Carson in the house. How you doing, Carson? Good to see you. All right. I'm really liking the fact that everyone smashed the like button this morning already, and we have 8 likes and only 7 people watching. So that's a really cool thing. I appreciate all you guys in this early morning stream that we do on the Sundays. It's actually been really fun for me to do. I don't know if you guys have as much fun as I do, but I hope you do. I really enjoy doing my Sunday morning streams. So this morning yes, the Zen Ginger, I did make you a mod. You are an incredible person. I was over on Fish Room Fever stream yesterday, and I was just hanging out over there, and everyone is just incredible. So I really appreciate all of you guys and the work you guys do for all of us small time people in the hobby. And hopefully one day we'll get really big and be able to make a massive impact on the hobby. But right now, I just love all the support that we get from our friends. And I know I've never met any of you guys in person, but I think all of you guys are my friend for sure. Kevin said, "Oh, we are in trouble now. The Zen Ginger got a wrench." Yeah, exactly. No, the Zen is one of the best mods out there. She knows what she's doing. She keeps everyone in line. So make sure you're staying G-rated on the stream. I try my best to, and so I hope you guys do the same. So let's see what we got going on in the chat. Hey Sharon, good to see you. Glad you made it in this morning. Select Pet said, "Morning folks, been looking forward to the stream since yesterday, but wife says I got to do supply run right now. So I don't think I can stay, but want to show my support." I appreciate that, Select Pet. I'm glad you were able just to stop in and say hi. We really appreciate just the highs from everyone. Hopefully your runs are safe today. You wear your mask and your gloves and all that fun stuff, and you get home safely to your family. We got Scott Backer in the house. Good to see you, Scott. Kevin says, "I am starting my first planted guppy tank this week." Oh, nice, Kevin. What kind of guppies are you going to be adding to the tank? Also, what kind of plants are you doing? I always love to hear what other people are doing. I tend to go pretty easy on the plants and the fish, and so I really like to hear what everyone else does. We got Jack Mayers in the house. Good to see you, Jack. And yes, Scott, Zen is blue. I made her a mod this morning, so everybody watch out. Let me get rid of this real quick because we don't need that at the bottom of the stream anymore. All right. We got a zoo going on in here this morning. I left the fish room door open, and we got the cat in here. The dogs are walking around. So if you guys hear extra noise or whatever, that's going to be the puppies and the cat running. So, oh, Worldwide Tropicals, good to see you, bud. I need to finish the video you put out yesterday on your, was it 5 biggest mistakes you've made in your hobby? I started it last night super late, and I never was able to finish. I just fell asleep. So I'm going to go back and give it a rewatch today for you, get you those watch minutes. I was thinking about doing something similar, but since I did so much research before I even started, keeping fish or YouTube or any of that, Gamora. I didn't really have too many mistakes. There are a few monetary mistakes that I made that I might make a video on. So we'll see how that goes. But I really appreciate, people like you you know, coming out and saying like, look, these are what I made mistakes on, and I'm trying to inform more people on what not to do, or not to make those same mistakes, which is really awesome. I think that's, you know, one of the great parts about the FishTube community is that we can all, you know, kind of hang out together, talk together, learn from each other. Really, really cool aspect of this hobby. Scott Backer says she can be awfully mean. Yeah, no, Scott, she's never mean. Like no angel video yet. Are you talking about the angels that are behind me in the 75? Maybe. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Carson Green says, Zen, why you blue? So Carson, she is a moderator, which means that she can get rid of you guys if she wants to, or not. She can also, you know, redact people's messages and approve them and all that fun stuff. And it's really just awesome to do, for sure, for people that, you know, do so much for the hobby, especially the FishTube hobby. Worldwide Tropical says, thanks, no problem, buddy. Really enjoy your channel. It's really cool to see someone at your age doing what you're doing. It's just, you know, there's not really, like, I'm 25 years old. I started at 24 in this hobby, and so I'm pretty young too, but you are very young for this hobby. There's a lot of, you know, elderly people or people who are, you know, in their retirement age and whatnot, in the hobby. So I think, you know, having younger people go into the hobby is really a really big part of what we need to start pushing for. The Zen Ginger says, I am a tolerant mod mostly. No, you're the best mod. I appreciate you taking on the mantle, even though I didn't even ask you. I just made you one. Carson Green says, what strains are going in the 5-10 gallons? So these ones up here, I did some moving around of some fish over the weekend. I didn't film any of it, and I did some organizing in the fish room. I did post a couple pictures on Instagram of kind of just my mess that I created. It looks so much better now, though. It's so much better. Oh, down the wormhole. Good to see you, Dia. Glad you made it this morning. So I'll probably be putting out a video. It probably won't be this next week because I've got a couple of videos already planned. I'm going to be hitting the road for some work stuff this next week, since everything's starting to kind of open up a tiny bit. I've got to get some things done that need to be really done. So I probably won't be putting out any videos on the 510s, the new 510s, until the following week would be my guess. But there are a couple of just fish that I've had in the fish room that I've moved around. So that's what are up in there right now. I've got some just platies, rainbow platies that I've got from my 45 tall that I've moved up into there just to kind of help the cycle process. But I have moved pre-existing sponges in there, and I'm using Seachem Stability. I really like this stuff. I think it's really good for just starting a new tank. I really enjoy Seachem products. This one's been really good for me. So I've been throwing that in every day to keep that cycle going perfect. So Carson, I will hopefully be putting out a video on that because a couple of the strains are pretty cool. I am getting in, I want to say 3 new strains of fish this next week. So hopefully, you know, that they come in perfect and go well. So we will see there. Let's see what else we got going in the chat. Nathan Fishboy, hello, new here. Thanks, Jen, for pointing me in the right direction. Oh, good, awesome. Thanks for going in, Nathan. Appreciate the, I think you subbed up. Let's see. Didn't see a sub. Tisk, man. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate you being here and hanging out in the stream this morning. Geo Aquatics, good to see you. Mr. B, good to see you, man. Thanks for everything you do for the fish hobby. It's been really awesome being able to do the stream. I appreciate you kind of pushing me in the direction to do one on the regular basis. It's been really, really cool. Carson Green says, what are those 3 new strains? You know, it's kind of one of those things, when you get fish from other people, I try to bring them in, I treat them, make sure they're healthy, because I don't want to film a fish and have you guys kind of fall in love with them as much as I do until I know they're a healthy fish. Because if I film it and it's a gorgeous fish, which all the fish that I usually bring in are, I film it and I put it out, you guys are going to fall in love with them. And then if they all pass or something's wrong with them, I won't be able to offer, them to you guys. And that kind of makes me bummed out. So I try to bring in the fish, make sure they're healthy, and then film them for you guys. Because I just want to make sure that you guys actually have, have the ability to get the same fish as me is a good way of putting it. Like this last week, unfortunately, I had a huge bummer. I ordered some bluegrass guppies on eBay from a seller in Texas. This is a very disappointing, very disappointing. I paid, I want to say $65 for the pair. As you know, bluegrass are very hard to find. And I asked all my local guys if anyone had any. No one is breeding them at the moment. So I had to go on eBay and buy them. And so I got them in. I got in 2 pair, 2 males, 2 females. Both the females in the bags had crazy bad ammonia burn. And they both didn't make it. One of the males passed away. So all I have left is 1 male. I reached out to the seller and he sent me 2 new females, and I opened up the box the minute that they were delivered and both the females were dead. So I have had to remove the bluegrass guppies from the site. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really like to film or put anything up until I know that they're healthy, because I know people love the bluegrass. I know people have wanted the bluegrass, and unfortunately, the ones that I have, I can't sell to you guys because they're not healthy fish. And I'm not going to sell any unhealthy fish. That's just not the way I've been doing it. So sorry to kind of be a bummer on that part, but I did get some other fish from the same seller, and those are doing awesome. They're running through their whole treatment right now. I don't see any issues with them, which is good. So in talking with him, he's going to send me another pair of that are doing well to kind of make up for the bluegrasses that died. And so hopefully that kind of balances out in the long run and I can get you guys some cool fish. But unfortunately the bluegrasses, I'm just not going to be keeping in the fish room here because they just don't do well for me. I'm not sure if it's, water condition or what, or if it's just the strain that I've been picking up, but I'm just waiting for someone who I know and trust to raise them so that I can get them from them, because I really do think they are the most beautiful fish. The video I did on painting one of my guppies was on my bluegrass Bluegrass Brian. Bluegrass Brian has now passed away. I'm pretty sure he just died of old age. He was pretty old, starting to get slower and slower and slower. So that's just my thought there. But I really love that strain and I really want to get them at some point. But I want to make sure that they're healthy when I get them. So let me jump back into the chat here. Carson says, who disliked? Yeah, buddy, it's kind of one of those things that you just, everyone has that one person who jumps in and dislikes, or someone accidentally hit the dislike button. When I first started YouTube, I had someone go through every one of my videos. Within the first 5 minutes of me posting up a new video, there was 1 dislike on it. So I don't know who it is or why they do that, but I feel like there's always that one person out there doing that. So Nathan Fishboy says, I'm subbed. Ticked bells, all fish keeping is awesome. I have yabbies and goldies. That's awesome, Nathan. Thank you for subbing up. Yes, all fish keeping is awesome. It's so cool to watch everyone else do it differently. I feel like everyone's got a different style and a different method. And are you going to jump up here, kitty? Okay. Hi, kitty cat. Okay, don't break my computer. All right, well, let's see what else is going on up here. I am very far back in this chat. Let's see what's happening. Nathan Fishboy says, Zen, you are awesome. She is for sure. Jesse James, good to see ya. Hey, got the little one by the big, looks great. Not sure what you meant there, and if you want to repost that, I'll read it again. Everyone take a minute to leave the chat long enough to hit the like button, says Sharon. I appreciate that, Sharon. Every like is always awesome. We have 19 likes and 14 people watching right now, so I am beyond stoked. Really, really cool for you guys to be able to do that for me. Nathan Fishboy says, I'd fall asleep myself if I kept watching. It's only 12:45 a.m. here for me. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you're bored, buddy. I'll try to be a little bit more positive here. So let me get readjusted. Okay, let's try this again. All right, now we're better. We're not going to be talking about any dying fish anymore. So the Zen Ginger posted up the picture or the video of my painting my guppy that everyone kind of went crazy on because they thought I actually painted my fish until they watched it and realized that I was painting a picture of my fish. Big difference there. Mr. B says, it's a fan. This is true, Mr. B. Worldwide Tropical says, I love raising guppies. I do too, buddy. I think they're one of the best fish to raise in the hobby, especially if you want something that's pretty easy and you get a wide variety of fish. There's nothing better than being able to get every color you want, or if you have a specific scape style, you can throw in a specific color. Guppies are just mind-blowingly beautiful too. So, and then just the genetic structure of them and just how you can play around with their genes. It's just, there's so many things to be done with them. And I really, really appreciate how everyone else kind of jumps in and loves them too now. I just thought my cat jumped back up on the top again. I don't know if you guys remember from last week when she fell into the tank, but I just wanted to make sure she didn't do that again. So let's see what else is going on in here. Anthony's Fishy Friends, good to see you. People have too much hate. Sometimes it's true, you know. I am very lucky. I don't feel like I've had much of any of that. I feel like you guys are an incredible group of people who have subbed to my channel and, you know, hang out with me on these Sunday mornings and follow me on Instagram and whatnot. I feel like I honestly have the best fans in the entire world. I don't get any real, you know, hate or any of that from anybody. And I just really appreciate all of you guys being positive and keeping the hobby fun, because that's really what it's about. The people that do drop any hate into my channel, I actually remove their, you know, their comments or their chats or whatever, something like that, because it's just not, I want a positive environment for all of you guys, because fish keeping is positive for me and I want to keep it that way for you guys. Nathan Fishboy says, oh, I think I missed a little chat here. Worldwide Tropical says, I made my mom and dad sub. Awesome, buddy. I appreciate that. Nathan Fishboy here says, when there's a dislike, I see it as a view. Like the old saying goes, turns negative to a positive. That's for sure, man. Yeah, someone came in and they interacted with the channel, which I'm not complaining about. And also that person who was, you know, coming in the first 5 minutes of every video when I first started, that means that they were subscribed and they had their bell notifications on, because they were the first ones to actually hit the like or dislike. So, you know, that's kind of the funny part for them, is that they're subscribed to my channel, but they keep disliking it. So I am fine with that. Let's see. Nathan Fishboy, you're not boring, my man. In another stream, the lad fell asleep as it's early in the AM for him. He didn't mean to fall asleep either. No, I know I'm not boring. I was just giving some comedy to the stream this morning. But I am a little tired because, you know, it is the weekend and we're in quarantine kind of feel. So, you know, coffee is a thing to do right now. Let's see. The Zen Ginger says, someone used to say thumbs down or just Australian thumbs up. That's always made me giggle. This is true. Their toilets go the wrong way, and so do their thumbs up. Jesse James says it's 17:17 over here. Like your videos. Oh, I appreciate that, Jesse. So is it it's 5:17 at night for you, I'm guessing? Oh yeah, well, yeah, military time. So yeah, 5:17 at night. So glad you're here, glad you're hanging out. You probably need coffee just to stay awake because it's late, and I need coffee to stay awake because it's morning. So Anthony's Fishy Friends, I got a purple guppy from my blue-green Moscows. Want to try to breed that one. Yeah, see, Anthony, that is the awesome part about guppies, is you can get a really cool genetic structure that's completely different from all of the other fish that you've got, unless they're breeding true, which is really awesome when you have fish that breed true. But I do that same thing. Like the fish in that 10 gallon right there, as you can see them all swimming around. The fish in that one came from another strain that I have here in the fish room, and I pulled all of them, and I am breeding them separate now because these fish are really, really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited about those. They're harder to find, and I'm really enjoying them because I love this kind of fish. So same scenario as what I do. If I see a really cool color and I love that, I'll pull it and breed it separate. So hopefully that goes well for you. Purple is another incredible color on guppies. It really shows up well under Beamworks lights. So hopefully you got a good light and you can see that beautiful coloration. Anthony's Fishy Friend says, lol, funny Zen. Yeah, that was pretty good, Zen. I like that a lot. Warlord Tropical says, you're great, Guppy Guru, and everyone in here would agree. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's really cool to be a part of the you know, of this, you know, community, and feel like I've been kind of brought into the fold. I would say rather quickly. I haven't been doing fish keeping very long. I think there's almost 1 year coming up here pretty soon. 1 year and I'm up to 36 tanks. I'm running, I think, 18 strains of guppies. I think I need to do an actual count of how many different types of fish I have. But I would say I probably have, as far as a genetic structure goes, I would say close to 10 different species of fish in the fish room and the house. I need to do a count on that and see exactly what I've got going on. But you know, it's really, really incredible that I can do what I'm doing, be so new in it, and receive the support that I get from you guys. So I appreciate all of you guys so much. I can't say that enough. I just really can't. Jesse James says, this is the Guppy gang. Everyone loves guppies. It's true. Everyone does love guppies. You know, you got to spread that guppy love. And so I don't know if anyone noticed, but the title of today's stream has hashtag Project Posilia. So Project Posilia was started by Fish Room Fever and Chattanooga Ed. And what it is to spread the love of fish keeping through our love of live bearers. So there are not only just guppies that are live bearers, there are endlers, there are platies, there are mollies, there are other types of, you know, live bearing species. There's half beaks. There's quite a few different species of live bearers. And I honestly think live bearers are some of the coolest fish, just because if you think about it, you know, one day you can walk out of your fish room and have maybe 3 fish in the tank, and then you come back and you have 65. There's just nothing better than that in the hobby. So Project Posilia is something that Fish Room Fever started. So on Instagram, if you guys want to start, I think we're on day 3 now. Yeah, it's May 3rd. So we're on day 3 now of Project Posilia. Go on Instagram and post a picture of one of your live bearers, put hashtag Project Posilia, and then tag Fish Room Fever, Chattanooga Ed. And then if you want to tag me too, so that I can see it as well. There's going to be a whole contest thing we're going to potentially do. I'm going to be hopefully as part of that with Fish Room Fever. But really, really cool process. I'm really excited to be doing it as well. And I'm going to be posting up some really awesome pictures of fish that I've got. So if you guys want to go check out that hashtag on Instagram, you can see a lot of really cool fish from a lot of really cool people. I'm going to hopefully be, reaching out to some of my friends who don't have Instagram as well, who are in my local club and stuff, and seeing if they'll send me pictures of their favorite live bears too, so that we can keep it kind of fresh and new and see some wide variety. I know the president of the Utah Fancy Guppy Association, huge live bear fan. He has some incredible fish, absolutely incredible. Some that you never see. And when you do see them, they're like super rare. So I'm going to see if I can get him to send me some fish. I'm hoping to try to bring him onto a stream or a video one of these days. But with everything going on, it may have to wait so that I can get out to him. He doesn't have a laptop that's stream capable, and he just has an older phone. So I might have to jump out there and actually do the stream with him in person. So we will see how that goes. The dogs are in here and they're going crazy. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, go on Instagram, day 3 now of Project Posilia, put hashtag Project Posilia and tag me, Fishroom Fever and Chattanooga Ed in there, and we'll all say hi. Let's see. Kevin says, is Trent not up this early? Kevin, I don't think Trent and Michael are up right now. I think Trent was working yesterday, if I want to say he was. So I'm not too worried if they make it into the morning chat or not. I know they're, some of my best fish friends. So I'm not too worried, if Trent's got a strange schedule and Michael's out on the Pacific time zone. So it's only 8:30 for him and he stays up until like 4 a.m. So I'm sure he's still asleep. Let's see. Nathan Fishy Friend says, don't know, I never want to pay attention there, Zen. I think I missed something in the chat, but that's fine. Warlord Tropical is 19 out of 20. He is the odd man out. This is true. Now we're at 21 likes. So let's see. Worldwide Tropicals, my female guppies are ugly. No offense to them. There are some strains of female guppies that are gorgeous though. But you got to have the females in order to get more. So you can also breed fish for the females to be prettier. I honestly think that females are so pretty in their own right, because if you watch them, they're big, they're beautiful, they carry all those babies in them. It's just magnificent what they can do for sure. Nathan Fishboy says, especially with the toilet bowl swirl. Yeah, it goes the other way. I am really falling behind in the chat this morning. Dang. The Zen Ginger, I get what looks like endlers out of my mutt guppies a lot. Wild type guppies are basically the same though, no? Never sure what determines that. So technically, no, but kind of yes. So the guppies we have now, fancy guppies, are a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Classification. So they have a different name. But all of the fancy guppies we have, or most of the fancy guppies we have been bred with endlers in order to get a specific color genetic. So yes and no. So you can get more of a wild type guppy. I've got a few in the fish room that are closer to the wild type look. A lot of my mutts are the same way, but that's pretty much what's happening is when you do a mutt tank and you've got mixed females and males, what's happening is it's reverting back to natural genetics. So it's just kind of recycling itself back to the beginning. So if you wait, 10 generations, you'll get back to just a brown fish with a little bit of color here and there just for mating purposes. But that's kind of the cool part with fish is like you can really play with them, especially guppies. You can get back to kind of what you want or what nature wants. So that's hopefully that kind of helps answer that a little bit, Zen. It's kind of a long and lengthy process. I'm hoping to bring in David because he is really into the genetic side of guppies. He does a lot of really, really incredible breeding and show breeding. I'm hoping to bring in actually a few of the club members here in Utah and do different like talks with them and spotlights with them. So hopefully that can happen in the future. Scott Backer says, I've got a few wild type feeder guppies. I think they are way cool. Yeah, exactly. I hate the word feeder guppy. I just think it's like, okay, what classifies this as a feeder? Is it just a fish that someone doesn't want to have anymore? So they just throw it into the feeder bin? It's just, I think they're a beautiful fish no matter what. Yeah, so the Zen Ginger says, hashtag Project Basilia for sure. Yes, it is awesome. I'm really excited for the whole process of watching all of your guys' fish come up on Instagram. It actually looks like we've had a couple more comments and stuff on the Instagram. Let's see what we've else got. Anthony's Fishy Friends, how long have you been in the hobby? So I have been in the hobby less than a year. I got my first fish tank in June. Yeah, in June. I kind of went crazy. Major MTS. I'm sitting at 36 tanks, not including the barracks. So yeah. But the difference between me and a whole lot of other people, Anthony, is that I did 2 years of research before I even got into the hobby. I watched every video I could imagine. I read books, read articles, forums, all of that before I even got my first fish tank. So, you know, when I got my first fish tank, I actually went out and bought beneficial bacteria. I cycled the tank. I did all the fun stuff before. And I might make like a before and after of what that tank looked like, because I did start with plastic plants because I was, you know, starting out. I didn't want to kill any plants until I knew exactly what I was doing with them. So I'll have to post a picture so you guys can, it's on my Instagram. I think it's one of my first Guppy Guru pictures. So you guys can go back and check that out. But I might have to do a before and after because that tank looks so different now. The Zen Ginger says, if you're not following already, go check out Guppy Guru on Instagram. I appreciate that, Zen. See, that's why you make people you trust and know what they're doing be moderators for your channel, just because they are incredible at what they do. Worldwide Tropicals, my female guppies may be ugly, but they are good just the way they are. Exactly, Worldwide. As long as their genetics are strong, there's nothing wrong with them. I actually threw a female into my betta tank, my betta sorority tank, because I hope everyone else does this, but I just sit in this chair and I roll and I look at each tank for like 20 minutes and I look at all the fish and just kind of zone out. And I was zoning out on my lava guppy tank, and I noticed one of the females has a cleft palate almost. Half her face is just all messed up. So I moved her into the betta sorority tank. She's doing great in there. Bettas are loving her. So we'll just leave her in there and let her do her thing. Zen Ginger says, down the wormhole with Mr. B live next in 30 minutes. Yes, please go check out Dia's channel. She is awesome. She does a great job. I think she has a guest on this week, if I remember correctly. I think it is Mr. B. Duh. It says it right there. Yeah, so Mr. B is going to be streaming with Down the Wormhole here in 30 minutes. An incredible stream. I love that that I can be before her and kind of get all you guys woken up so you can jump over there and watch hers. She's an incredible person, and I'm very lucky to be able to hang out with her and talk with her and whatnot through the interwebs. Since she is up in Canada, I have not met her yet, but she is as I would consider a fish friend. So Worldwide Tropicals, it is true, guppies, when they are born, they are all females. No, that is not true. They do have genetic structures just like people do. So you'll get males and females on the drops. Some people like to say that, you know, the water temperature can make a difference as far as if you're going to get more males than females. I have not seen that be true yet. But that's, that's always something, it could be something completely different. Could be your hardness of your water that makes that difference. There's a lot of things that can really change that, what the female is going to be dropping. But no, that I don't believe that is true, that guppies are all born females. So hopefully that answers that question. That gives me kind of an idea. I might do a video on the myths about guppies. Yeah. Would you guys like that? Let me know. I think that'd be kind of a fun one. I can get a bunch of my friends. I can reach out to Brian Chin, who, if you guys have not read Brian Chin's book on guppy genetics, it is absolutely incredible. I had, I think, like 6 tanks and was already making videos. And then I got turned on to his book, and I think I've read it 3 times now. So awesome book on guppy show genetics. I think he has 2 or 3 other books as well that I've got. So I think it's just 2 other books. Absolutely awesome guy. He was going to speak at the Utah show here we were going to have in March, but since all that got canceled, he wasn't able to. But hopefully he'll come back out and talk with us later on guppy genetics. Scott Backer says, thanks, Zen. Yes, for sure. Zen's awesome. Jesse James says, my females are nice. Yeah, I love female guppies. I think they're incredible. Plus, it's really cool that you can take a female when it's virgin from one tank, throw it into another tank, and then they are going to breed whatever male you've got color-wise. It's just mind-blowing. Really cool. Nathan Fishboy in Australia, rosy barbs are called feeder fish. They are told not to feed. We are told not to feed fish with anything else like goldfish or like you said about the guppies. Yeah, see, I mean, every region's different. I'm sure down there, rosy barbs are probably dime a dozen for you guys, literally a dime a dozen. But here, guppies are a dime a dozen. So I feel like that's why they've turned into more of a feeder fish. And they breed like crazy. Specific genetics will breed, like mad. You'll have one tank that doesn't drop any fry, and then you have another tank that drops 100 fry every drop. So I think that's why they're considered a feeder fish in a lot of places. Worldwide Tropical says, my betta Rosie will try to kill a fish 3 times the size of her. Yeah, I mean, bettas that's what they kind of do. I luckily have not had any issues with my betta sorority. Knock on wood. They're absolutely incredible. Since they are all sisters, I was able to throw them all together with no problems. So, and I've thrown some guppies in there too, and they're doing fine with them. So, Down the Wormhole says, thank you. Of course, Dia. You're an awesome person. I really appreciate everything you do for all of us. Mr. B says, see you all there. Yes, Mr. B, everyone will be over there for sure. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be lurking the whole time as always. I try to watch as many streams as possible just for the watch time for everyone. I think it's just really important to give everyone the support, even if you're not actively in the chat. Hit the like button, and watch it. It just really makes a big difference for all of us smaller ones. Worldwide Tropical says, you all are my great fish friends. For sure, Worldwide Tropicals. I kind of love the fact that, being a smaller fish tuber, I got 626 this morning on my subs, which I'm still blown away on, absolutely blown away on. I feel like the 626 that I do have are very supportive, very incredible, very kind people. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Speaking of supportive and kind people, I got my first Patreon from a local subscriber, or from not a local subscriber, but from a subscriber. He is the one who sent me the killifish in the last video I did. Chance, I really appreciate what he's doing. He went up to the VIP level, first Patreon member. Absolutely incredible, mind blown. So he is donating $25 a month to the Guppy Garage here. I didn't think anyone would do it, and it is mind-blowing. So he's getting all the behind-the-scenes stuff, but he's also kind of a little different too, because he, you know, we've sent fish back and forth, and so he just chats with me a lot. So if you want to chat with me on Instagram, or if you have any questions or whatever, hit me up on there. I usually get back pretty quickly. So, but thank you, Chance. I really appreciate it, man. The Zen Ginger says, yes, that's a great topic. Myth busting is one of my faves, as long as you don't sound too condescending when you do it. Yeah, for sure, Zen. I think that's kind of that, you have to walk a tightrope for sure on that. But there are some myths that I just think need to be, you know, kind of debunked. You know, like I've got really hard water. Some people say that guppies don't live in, you know, soft water. And I want to reach out to a couple of my, the IFGA members who keep all their guppies in soft water. There's just a lot of things that have been spread around the hobby that just aren't quality information. So yeah, it's going to be a hard thing to do, but it might take some time. But I'd be really interested to do that for you guys. Worldwide Tropical says, yeah, the ET store was way wrong, or the pet store was way wrong. You know, it's all right. Every pet store is different. So Jesse James, my males are crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of fish that are nuts. So the same kid, Chance, I sent him out a trio of guppies. He threw them into his, I want to say it was his 20, might have been his 30. But he had some black skirt tetras, I believe, in there, and the black skirt tetras ate the male, like within 5 minutes. So you never know with fish. I mean, it's his community tank. He's never had any problems, and they did not like that male. So you never know. Never know. Nathan Fishboy says, guppies, you can create guppies, breed like crazy. Rosy barbs, just a little more expensive a fish. Rosy barbs, I can get $2 a fish for yellow type. I've got rosy barbs breeding in bathtubs outside all year round. That's awesome, man. I wish I could breed fish outside all year round, but we live in Utah and it snows a ton. So my hope is I've got some pretty thick plexiglass. I'm going to get some kind of heavy duty heaters and try to overwinter some guppies outside once I get the pond all done. So that's one of my goals, to see if I can do it. So Worldwide Tropical says she needs a therist. I'm not sure what that means, bud, but that's fine. Nathan Fishboy says guppies are normally around the $6 and up. Yeah, for the correct ones, for, you know, good strains of fish, you can spend $6 up to, you know, I don't know. I've spent $25 on one fish, because if you technically take a trio and split it into a third, so I've spent a lot of money on guppies, and kind of what I do too, like some of the strains I have on my site, I've paid like the purple Dumbos, for example, I paid $65 for the trio, $65. Then I put all the food, all that, you know, the stuff into them to breed them and whatnot. And then I think I'm selling them for like 35 or 45 bucks a trio on the site. So what I'm trying to do is get people into the fish that usually cost more, but still give them value, because there are a lot of people in the hobby that's their livelihood. You know, they need to make their money on selling fish that they breed or import. So I try to keep the value up. I don't want to send someone, you know, a trio of purple Dumbos that I paid 65 and sell them to them for 15. That just drops the market like crazy. And I don't want to do that to anyone who I know. So I try my best to keep you guys at a lower price so you can get into some really gorgeous strains of fish. So if you see some and you're like, oh my gosh, that's $35 or $45, it's more than likely I paid 65 bucks for first trio. So it's actually a lot less than what I paid. Gamora, don't think about it. Psst. Hey, she was about to jump back up on the tanks again. I don't want her to do that. Let's get back into the chat here. Mr. B says, lol. Yeah, you know, it's I don't even know anymore. I just feel like this hobby is so much fun. I just appreciate all you guys. Worldwide Tropical says, be right back. Gotta feed my fish. Yeah, you know, I used to do that. I would wake up every morning. Gamora, she's playing in the sump now. I'd get up every morning, I'd feed all my fish, you know, then jump in the shower or whatnot. And now I've got all my auto feeders set up and I've become super lazy. But the nice part about being super lazy with feeding is I can take more time in maintenance. I can take more time in feeding them, like, you know, frozen bloodworms or the San Francisco Bay Cyclops, mysis shrimp, whatever extra little treat. I have more time to do that kind of stuff, or more time organizing or watching genetics, that kind of stuff. That's why I really like my auto feeders. These Penplex, absolutely incredible. I bought a different type of feeder on eBay, and it just doesn't stand up to the same quality as these. So I really, really like these. So now I have 5, 10, I have 20, I'll probably have 25 of them. So lots of those feeders. They're the Penplex Daily Doubles, if anyone is wondering what they're called. They're really hard to find though, so if you can find them, buy them. The Zen Ginger put up my Patreon. I really appreciate that, Zen. I'm sure you had to do some digging to find it. It's much appreciated. Jesse James said, put some pics on the Insta. Yeah, just make sure you do hashtag Project Posilia and then tag me in it. And Fish Room Fever and everyone, let's see if you did. It doesn't look like you tagged me in it, buddy. But I'll go and check, make sure. We just got another sub from Chevy Fish. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Cat's going crazy this morning. Let's get back in the chat here. Well, Tropical says my cat is watching the stream. Yeah, my cat does the same thing. She just sits around and watches the fish and plays with them. She is a goofball. Nathan Fishboy says, hearing you, they're about money-wise for fish. $50 I've spent per Goldie is worse. Only got 2. Last night spent $60 on 2 Goldies. Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, there are some people who sell fish for a living, and I appreciate those people because those are the ones that are really taking their time. They're doing the genetics. They're really, you know, going through and taking the time and the effort and the money and all that. In order to get a genetic strain, like show quality genetic strain, you've got to have 5 tanks for that one trio of fish or one pair of fish. So that's a lot of space. It's a lot of time. So the people that are selling the guppies and whatnot, you know, that are harder to find for like the $110, $120 for a pair, it's probably because they took a lot of effort to get to that point, and I appreciate that. But since I am not doing as much work, I don't want to sell you guys a fish trio at $65. I'm not importing them. I'm breeding them here. I'm having fun the whole time. And I want you guys to have fun with them too. So, you know, but for some people it is about the money because it's their job. So I'm not going to just, you know, drop any hate on those people because they've got to do what they've got to do to make a living. So I make a living in a completely different way. So I don't have to worry too much about selling my fish for too much money. Chevy Fish says, thanks, Jen Ginger, sharing on Chappie's Discord. I would have missed this. I appreciate that, Zen. Yeah, no, Chevy, I'm glad you're here. I've seen you on all the other streams and whatnot, and I appreciate you jumping over to mine as well. Zen Ginger says, hey, Chevy, welcome. Yeah, for sure. Welcome, Chevy. Nathan Fishboy, that's it, man. Oh, looks like we almost made it to the bottom of the chat here. Let's see. Jesse James, damn, forgot it's late. Over early. I don't know. I love my fish. My koi is so nice, all white. Different, it's late or early. I don't know. I love my fish. My koi is so nice, all white. I think I'm missing something there, but I really like koi fish too. I just don't have the space for them. Oh, we're 10 minutes to down the wormhole stream, and Mr. B is going to be over there. Also, I don't know if anyone has noticed the shirt that I am wearing today, but it says, "The birds work for the bourgeoisie." There's a really funny company that is called, I think, Birds Aren't Real. I think they're hilarious. They've got some incredible stuff. So we've got a person and then a pigeon and then a person, because you know how it says the government has made all birds. I think it's hilarious. I've got the sticker on my water bottle that says "Birds Aren't Real." All sorts of fun stuff. I enjoy it a lot. Also, does anyone else have a fish journal? Does anyone else do this? Where they like mark down what fish they want to keep, that kind of stuff. Does anyone else do that? I'd love to hear if people do that or not. I think it's a pretty cool thing to do if you have not started doing it. I thought I was pineappled already, but I am now. Chevy fish. I don't know what that means, buddy. Braden Hart, good to see you. I am so excited to get my fish on Friday. Oh, did you order the last set from me, Braden? I think you did. Yeah, those will be going out tomorrow for you, tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably tomorrow because I am going to be leaving out of town. So they're going to be going out tomorrow for you. Really excited for you to get them too. Number 11 and the red female betta. They should be awesome. I've got a bunch of your plants already pulled and ready to go for you. So hopefully you enjoy those too, but I appreciate it. Really awesome. You guys, when you order stuff from us, it just, so like the other day we got Braden's order, very large order, much appreciated. All the money that I got from that order, I turned right back around and I spent more money on other fish. So the money that comes in from the website and whatnot, I turn right back around into the hobby, which is really incredible. It's just awesome to be able to do that. I never thought I'd be able to do that with anything. So I really appreciate you guys ordering stuff from the site. It gives me an opportunity to buy some very expensive fish, bring them in here, breed them for you guys, and then sell them for a lot less. So much appreciated. The Zen Ginger says, I do not have a fish journal, but have considered it. Yeah, I think it's really cool, Zen. I would start one if I were you. I think they're really fun because you can really play with kind of ideas, and you can keep track of like what fish you have had, the number of drops, all that kind of stuff. I keep track of like my water parameters in each tank because when like my club, if I donate any fish in to get the breeder, master breeder or whatever status, I have to have all that information. So I write all that down, and it just helps out a lot when you get to the end. You also look at a lot of like the scientific names. I look at the days that I put them in the tanks. I look at the days that I pulled fish from the tanks. So it really kind of keeps you kind of on a better track, I guess is the way of putting it. Chevy Fish says, I keep notes in a notebook on tons of pieces of paper everywhere. Yep, for sure. I think that's kind of the way that most of us do it. It's kind of do what you can where you can find it. I just really enjoy doing it. I think it's really fun. I have my video ideas in there. I've got fish I want to keep in there. I've got fish that I have in there. It's kind of just really, it's a really cool little thing. I mean, you never know what can happen. You never know if you're going to lose a strain of fish and completely forget about them and then look back in your journal and say like, oh my gosh, I forgot I even had those. The Zen Ginger put up the link for the website. Much appreciated, Zen. Chevy Fish says, pineapple means I'm following you. That's the word we use instead of the S word. Oh, I appreciate that, Chevy. I'm glad you pineappled me then. We got the dogs coming in to say hi. Do you want to be in the stream, Bobo? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Oh. Oh, thank you. All right, so this is Bobo, and then Charlie's down here. Bobo was a rescue puppy. Let's see what else we got going in the chat. Worldwide Tropical says live bears are so fun. They really are worldwide, for sure. Project Posilia is really awesome. It's just kind of a way in order to see a lot of live bears you wouldn't normally see. So go on to Instagram and type in Project Posilia into the search on tag or on hashtags, and you will see a ton of really beautiful fish. Really, really awesome idea that Fish Room Fever in Chattanooga had. So really, really awesome. The Zen Ginger says, Bobo. Yes, his name is actually spelled like this, though. It is the French way of spelling it. He was a little rescue. He is not a pit bull. Most people think he's a pit bull, but he is actually a lab and a, oh my gosh, why am I spacing right now? He's a bulldog lab mix, also called a bullador. So very common, I think, in Eastern Europe. But I got him when he was 8 weeks old from the pound. And I've had him for now 5 years. So he is a sweet little puppy. I love that little dude. And then we've got Charlie, who is my fiance's chocolate lab, but he doesn't really climb up on my lap like Bo does. Bo is a cuddle monster for sure. So I think I am going to end the stream here, give you guys some time to jump over to Down the Wormhole. I appreciate everyone who comes in, who supports the channel, who pineapples to my channel. I appreciate that, Chevy. That's definitely an awesome way of saying it. It's just really, really fun to be able to, wake up on a Sunday a little bit early, get a cup of coffee, hang out with all you guys, just talk with my fish friends about what I like to do, my nerd out session. I do actually have a really, really cool thing that happened that I noticed yesterday or 2 days ago. Yes. Was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night that I noticed it. I am hopefully going to be filming a video on it today, and then I'll try to release it maybe Monday or Tuesday for you guys. But it's really exciting. I was not prepared for it, and I'm pretty stoked. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video when I put it out. It is already on the Patreon page for the members, so if you are a member, you can see that video, but right now it's just for them, and then it'll come out later on the main channel. So I appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out with us this morning. Please be sure to go check out Down the Wormholes chat with Mr. B. The Zen Ginger, I'm sure we'll put the link back up for you guys in the chat. Let me see if I can find it though. Where did it go? See, now this is, it's hard to do this and be active in the stream. Oh, there we go. Zen Ginger did it. Okay, perfect. She's awesome. Thank you guys again so much. Hope you guys have a great, great, great rest of your day today and a great rest of next week. Everybody, please be safe out there. Stay with your family. Enjoy the time that you have with them. The beautiful weather that most of us are having. I know some of you guys are still having snow and whatnot, but I appreciate all of you guys. Hope to see you guys all in the next stream. Hope to see you all in the next videos that I'm putting out. As Chevy Fish says, stay safe, everyone. For sure, everybody stay safe. Hopefully you guys all can enjoy the time we are having, even though it is a very stressful time for a lot of us. I just appreciate all of you guys coming in and kind of hanging out and letting some steam off in a way, So see you guys all over at Down the Wormhole stream, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.